Hi, what's going on, everybody? Tibby Bricks, welcome to Tibby Turner. This is going to be my first video. I'm really excited to share this one with you guys. Really excited to see what this channel turns into. Today we're going to be turning a pretty simple blank. We're going to be using a Compson pen kit on this black hybrid paper blank I made. Kind of mixing different types of paper and with some black resin. Really beautiful results. They always come out looking kind of floral or really graphic, so really excited about that one. Really excited to share it with y'all. Really excited for the first video, and yeah, see how this goes. Alright, so here's our blank. Pretty beautiful. We're going to spray a little bit of alcohol on it here just to shine it up, show y'all what you're working with. Alcohol has this way with resin where it really makes it shine, show you what it's going to look like when it's polished. So now we've got it over here on the drill press. It's going to take our time, drill it in. I've sped it up a little bit so it's a little bit less boring for y'all. What we're doing right now is just making our hole that we're going to insert our tube into here in just a second. You can see we got a hole all the way through. It's beautiful, beautiful thing. And we're coming back over. This is our Compson pen kit. So this is the kit we're going to turn today. You can see here we have our tube. I really like these tubes because they come pre-sanded. Just makes it a lot easier on you. We're going to go ahead and get our blank. See if that fits. It does. I've already cut it to size earlier, so I knew it was going to fit in there real nice for you guys. Here we have our medium CA glue. What we're going to do is just put that on our pen tool and then just put our glue onto our tube. Kind of start at the top, maybe put a little bit down, and you'll see as we go to insert our tube into our blank, we're going to twist a little bit. And what that's going to do is just let the glue get all the way around, work its way all the way down through into that sanded piece and all through the inside of the tube. Tap it. And we should be all set. And of course, we love to get glue on our fingers. Now we're back over here on our drill press. Now we're just using our barrel trimmer. And our goal here is just to trim up that end so it's nice and flush. It'll sit even on our bushings and be right there flush with the brass. So I'm just watching for that brass. As soon as I see a little bit of brass shine through, I know I'm done. Flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Now I don't have a 3/8 barrel trimmer, so it's wiggling around a little bit. We're just going to work through it just like that, and then we'll pop this bad boy onto the lathe. Time to suit up. Let's do it. Alright, so here we are with our bushings. We're going to push our bushings in. What these are going to do is make sure that our pen sits nicely on our mandrel. And then I have some small little 7mm bushings for the slimline pens I'm going to put on either side just to lock everything in there together. Then we'll bring up our tailstock, make sure it's nice and tight. Lock our tailstock in, and then we'll just turn it till it's real good and tight. The goal here is to make it tight enough that you're not crushing the resin, but also that your blank isn't going to wiggle around on you. So I feel like that's good. I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to set up my tool rest. I really like this little aftermarket tool rest I got here. Set my height. You know, everybody's got an opinion on the height, but this is where I like mine. Just enough that I can get my tool up to it. Turn it around. Make sure we're not going to clip anything. So here I have my Easywood Tools carbide cutter. This one's got a little negative rake on it. Just makes it smooth, real easy. I'm going to start off usually between 2,000-3,000 RPMs. Get it cranking real fast, and we're just going to start chewing off material. As you see here, we're just working slowly back and forth across our tool rest. Trying to keep our tool nice and even. See how much material we can get off. It's looking real good. Starting to get frustrated. You didn't see this, but I'm starting to see it catch a little bit. So here I'm trying to tighten it, and I'm thinking, why is this thing catching? I don't understand it. So I'm tightening it down, probably too tight, but it still just feels loose. It feels like my blank is moving on the bushings, and it shouldn't be moving on the bushings. So here I am, just tightening it back down. We're going to get back to turning. You're going to see here in a second, it's going to start catching on me. Now you don't want to see it catching like this. So when you're turning, it should just go smooth. Obviously you're not wanting to gouge in there, but as I'm moving this across, it should just go smooth. You see there it caught a little bit. I'm going to slow it down some on these catches so you can kind of see. See that little jump? Shouldn't see that happening. If you see your blank stopping, something's wrong. So right about here, it's going to jump again. Little pause. Shouldn't be pausing like that. That's telling me something's wrong. So here I'm starting to get pretty frustrated. I've gotten it turned down a bit, but I can't figure out what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. I'm going to pull it off and investigate, figure out what's going on. So it's confession time. I'm about to put the pen together. And there's some parts y'all didn't see. I don't know if that looks familiar, but that was the butt before. It definitely looks like a butt. It was a massive pain in my butt. Let's throw that in the bin. I missed. Just don't want to die. So, what had happened was, I thought we were going to turn it out that way. You noticed it was kind of slipping and jumping a little bit and pissed me right off. And yeah, we ended up losing it. I took it off. I tried to fix it. The tube was just spinning in there freely. So I'm like, all right, put a little dab, little dab will do you, of the CA glue. Go to push back in. Oh God, frozen. It's frozen. So couldn't get the tube to go back in. Like, crap, it's ruined. Try to pull it out, it cracked. Ended up taking and just trimming it down to the right size for a different pen kit I have, which fit here. What is this called? Gatsby Grande. Ain't that a name? Thank you, Great Gatsby. You done saved my life. So yeah, the Gatsby Grande uses the same size tube as the other one, but unlike the other one, it don't betray me. So yeah, we're actually not going to be doing the Compson, straight out of Compson. We're going to be doing Gatsby Grande. Oi, alright, welcome back. That was a hell of a mess and something else and all the things at once and everything that I didn't want to happen. Sucker blew up on me. Long story short, we now have a much shorter body. Alright, so get back to turning. Here we have my little carbide cutter. It's a little detailing tool. What I'm going to do here is just kind of work those ends round. Get them right up there flush with my bushings. The bushings are there to tell you where to cut your pen to. So that's the size of your kit once you start pressing everything in. I like to use this so I'm not gouging up anything. See, it's starting to get nice and small. Getting a bunch of gunk on there. Just hit it with your air gun and keep on going. Here she is. Turn off our lathe real quick and show you what we got, and my goodness, ain't this something. Hit it with a little alcohol. That's just going to shine up that resin so y'all can see what we got, and it is truly beautiful. Ooh, my goodness. I'm excited about this one. I'm really glad we were able to salvage this one. I think it's going to turn out nice. So next we're going to get up and start polishing this. I'll show you how we go through our grits. So when I sand, I'm going to go for about between 800 and 1,000, somewhere in there so it don't get too hot. Got our water bucket. So here's my sandpaper. We're going to go from $1.50 all the way up to 800. Now I'm going to do all of this wet. And you'll see as I go in between different ones, I'm going to polish up and down. That way I'm beating out all those lines I made previously. So let's put this sucker together. Like I said, we're gonna be doing good old big Gatsby Grande. Ignore this stuff in here. This is for another project, my little egg holder. Kind of doubles as my parts holder. Yeah, I wasn't originally going to show you all that mess, but I figured, hey, why not? It's real life egg. So the Gatsby, you can see it has slightly different pieces. This is our ink. This is our little end. Some other pieces. A little tippity-doo-dah-day hidden in her. Let's get this out. Come on out now. Go. And then the final piece. And that's just the press-on part. That's this piece here. Get on out. They just don't want to come out. Just want to live in there forever. Alright. Probably going to speed this up and not talk. This is a pretty easy kit to put together. You actually are only pressing in this part and this part, and the rest of it is just zip zap boom boom. Pretty easy. There she goes. Ain't you something? Ain't you something? Alright, so first one is in the books. Definitely a great start to me for a first video. It's crazy that the very first one failed. You know, the Compson kit kind of betrayed us a little bit, but it's my own fault. I think a lot of it had to do with rushing and the nerves of getting the first video done and making sure everything was recorded correctly. I kind of messed up on my glue up, but you know, that's real life. That's how this stuff happens. I thought about scrapping it, and I was like, you know what, that's not fair. Like a lot of times when you're making pens, things go wrong. Really, when you're making anything in the shop, and I don't like always just showing that perfect polished side. I wanted to show you guys what happens when something goes wrong, and luckily in this instance we were able to kind of like regroup and, you know, think about what else we could do. And luckily that Gatsby kit uses the same gauge tube but with a slightly shorter tube, so I was able to kind of just shave some of it off, save it, make it work, and still give you guys a good finished project. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited to have the first video done and recorded. Hopefully it's the first of many. Hopefully the next one doesn't blow up. Knock on wood. Please don't blow up. Right? But yeah, I just thought it would be a good way to start and really show you guys what it's like to work and to have a lathe and see all the different trials and errors and things that could happen. And yeah, sometimes stuff blows up, sometimes it goes great, who knows. In this situation, luckily we were able to still get y'all a beautiful pen. You can see it here. It's that Gatsby kit, and that came out beautifully. Oof. I'm excited about that, and get y'all some better pictures here, but really beautiful, very floral, graphic. I really love how these blanks come out. Just wonderful. You can see it's a twist pen, so you give her a little twist. Boing! There she is. Yeah, so it's beautiful. Hopefully this is the first of many. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and like it. Subscribe, and then give me a little Donna Summer. Get that bell on for me. Go ahead and ring my bell. Thank you guys. See you next time.